welcome back. It's the trio, the heel heat. Let's go. It's a late show, but of course it's because it's freaking Riyadh, and I just came back. It's
You came back from Riyadh?
nah,
My
I just came back from
man's
Peru. I was in Machu Picchu.
about to say this man got a super jet coming back from Riyadh for a podcast is crazy.
What's that on your shoulder, bro? Like right here.
It is the fine. I finally got my ring, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I finally got my ring
Turn around,
after
bro.
I can't listen. It's like this because the thing is in reverse. Oh wait, no, is it upside? Yep, it is upside down. There we go. Listen, after long last, give me my chip, bruh.
So you can't be
Finally.
putting yourself up there named as the uncrowned champion anymore. I finally sent you your shit. All right.
Exactly. After like 5 years of being uncrowned, unnamed, I am the undeniable, the undisputed, last crowned 3 count champion. Title is mine.
Oh my
Finally.
god. It was literally on the slow, super duper slow delivery truck.
Now, yeah. So like the super slow delivery was like it was sitting on like my DVD case or whatever, and from my DVD case it went in the box, and it was in the box for like 6 months before it moved from my game chair to my car, and then it was in there for like 3 months.
This is what I'm saying. This is literally this is color code time because this don't make no. It took 5. It took damn near 5 years.
Yo, I was.
I think
Yo, I
I think I
swear,
had that title through the pandemic.
I would sit up here and drive past the post office and look over there and be like, damn, I got to stop there and send that belt over to Jay. All right, I'll get to it tomorrow. And tomorrow just kept getting pushed back and pushed back. That shit was terrible, yo.
I feel like someone just sent Dusty like the world title. Like he passed. And Cody's like, I got it, Dad. I finally got it. My story is finally complete.
Jay finished the story.
I finally finished the story.
That's hilarious.
It's got the original name of the show.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
the original one.
Because I got adrenaline in my soul. Oh my gosh, it's Raheem Rose.
Oh my gosh. So catching up after I landed and everything, I saw there was a title change tonight or today.
Yep.
Yeah. We saw that one coming from a mile away though.
Mm-hmm.
It was bound to end sooner or later, fortunately.
It was, and unfortunately, as much as she tried, and I respect the effort, it just wasn't getting over.
I mean, for what it's worth, like I kind of hate when like it's just like, oh well, this wasn't getting over. I'm like, but did they put enough effort in it to try and make
They
it get
didn't.
over?
Right.
They didn't.
Where it's just like she like Zelina wins the title, and for the next how long was she champion? Like 2 or 3 months or whatever. The entire time she's feuding with the same people that she was feuding with before she won the title. So it's just like, what opportunity was she given to actually? She went around and she was doing a ton of social media work and everything like that because she's a guru when it comes to that shit. She went out there and she did the tribute to her dad and everything like that. That was fucking awesome. That damn motorcycle photo shoot, bro. You want to talk about to me as a photographer being in the comments like, yo, let me hop on.
Listen, I still say they missed the opportunity to do the slight redesign with the Puerto Rican flag, or at least the Puerto Rican strap with the U.S. title.
I was gonna say she was at the Puerto Rican parade with the title. Her and Priest.
She was. The only again, the best thing they could have done, and they missed on it completely, is they should have done the open challenges with her. And even if you don't have the thing is, I don't think that they trust her enough to lead matches like the way they did John, because of her size. She can't wrestle everybody. She can't wrestle every style, unfortunately. So it's like what they could have done and what they should have done is just have her do an open challenge.
They need to book her like Johnny Gargano, pretty much. She's like the Johnny Gargano of the women's division.
Which is crazy because I'm like, Trips, you did wonders for Gargano, Ciampa. You made Andrade relevant. You took Black to a world title. Like, you've booked all these amazing title runs. And it's just like, I don't understand how some of the best women's title runs under NXT were under Triple H, and some of the worst I've seen have been under Triple H on the main roster. I don't understand the correlation. It makes no sense to me.
Even the ones when you're looking at somebody who is like undeniably over, like Rhea Ripley. Rhea's last reign, aside from her beating Charlotte, do you really remember anything from that?
What was that?
I don't know. Somebody must have sent your ass to the Shadow Realm or something like that. And it wasn't me.
No, bro.
Right?
I'm confused. I'm like, yo, did I just get hacked, my boy? What is going on?
No, I think they put a sensor on the belt. If you act up, it kind of.
That's crazy.
Nah, yo, but like I was saying with Paul or whatever, like if you think about it, even with somebody like Rhea, with her being as over as she is, all right, Rhea's probably top dog in the women's division, in wrestling.
Top
period.
3 in wrestling. Period.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just like after she beat Charlotte for the title, what was that, at 39 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The next like super memorable thing she did was at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, it was literally her just like pretty much running Judgment Day. That was it.
Yeah.
So it's just like this isn't like something that's like an isolated incident or anything like that. It's just like since he's gotten control of the book or whatever, everybody has kind of sort of just like, I don't want to say like completely suffered for it, but like you can look at like a whole bunch of different cases and just be like, yo, this could have been done so much fucking better. Like it seems like there's very little effort that's being put towards it.
Especially the women's division.
I just don't
get it.
The
women's division.
I don't get it. Like if Vince was there, I get it. If Vince was still there, I get it. But Trips has full control, kind of like NXT. He has everybody from NXT and before on the roster. I think he's just putting himself between a rock and a hard place a lot of the time when he shouldn't be.
I don't want to sit up here and give the man any outs or anything like that, and I'm not trying to sit and like build in like an excuse or anything. The question that I'm going to have because of this is the fact that this is no longer them, like the McMahon Helmsley family that's running stuff. He does have to answer to people now. So is someone from TKO, and I'm not putting Rock out there, which would be everybody's fucking immediate answer or whatever, but is somebody from TKO being like, listen, this is what I want, and not allowing him to actually have that full control? That's always a question that's going to be in my mind, because then it's like you look at stuff like over like the time that the Bloodline was running. The Bloodline ran, that story was from, or the main part of it was from 2020 through 2024 or whatever. And in that time, that was really the only thing that had a ton of effort put into it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pre-TKO for the most part. So it's just like, I don't really know where to put the blame with that shit.
Not to mention, not for nothing, it's strange to me because it's like you have a spinoff to the Bloodline built in for you to then like inject life into your women's division, and you don't do it. I'm like it's there, guys. Like it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can have some kind of adjacency to make it feel like a living, breathing world and you don't take the opportunity, and I don't personally understand the mindset or the logic behind it, or like what's the through line. And it makes me think like, okay, when they hire new writers, who are the writers? Like what is their experience? Because it's like, are you hiring writers that are just single narrative driven writers where they can only focus on one story at a time? Or are you hiring writers from uh, backgrounds where they've had to write multi narrative stories? Because if you're not, you might need to look into that, because wrestling is nothing but a multi narrative story. And if they can't focus on how to tie in and cross over narratives, like that's really what's really missing from this time. It's the crossover. It's, oh hey, remember when this happened with this person? Oh, remember that we had a whole reality TV show where Jimmy and Naomi were prominently featured? Remember when Naomi actually was supposed to be Jimmy's wife? And Jay Uso's sister-in-law and Roman Reigns' cousin and Nia Jax's cousin, and all of these, like, there's so much more there. And there's no interaction between them. And it's like, I don't understand why now there's no interaction between male and female wrestlers outside of Judgment Day. That's the only time they interact. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
I mean, the only one of consequence, because you still have Alpha Academy or whatever, but that's like,
yeah, that one too. But like, can we give Bayley what she wants and give her a romantic storyline, please? I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. I'm pretty freaking sure you can figure it out.
Can we do it with Andrade? Can we do it with Andrade?
Oh, you're messy. You are so.
I would love that. I would love that. That's so petty.
That is so beautiful.
That would be so petty, but I love it.
Especially like if you have it where she wins the Intercontinental title, and then because we're still supposed to be having the draft. The draft still hasn't happened, and you have Charlotte come over, and when Bayley wins the title, she has to like shake hands with Andrade. Ugh. You can just sprinkle it. Just give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. And it's just like, I understand Charlotte doesn't like her personal life being put out there in wrestling, but like, that's the most interesting thing about her right now.
But the sad part is because it came out, unfortunately, you have to play with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to use it.
You have to, because that's one way you can get more heat out of that feud.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, because if not, if nobody's like, oh, why are they feuding so bad? Oh, I don't know. Well, oh wait, no, that's his ex-wife. That's his new chick. Storyline, blur the lines a little bit. So it's like,
And I mean too, it's like, especially if you're gonna put the Intercontinental title on Bayley, that now makes Bayley a true Grand Slam champion, which is something that she's done before Charlotte. Mm-hmm. Even though Charlotte has multiple reigns. So now you have, and then she came out in an interview, was like, I'm not necessarily close to Bayley. I'm not necessarily close to Charlotte. So like the 4 horsewomen thing was manufactured. Like we're not close. We're not close. Like I don't know them like that. And it's like, use that. Cause y'all always want to beat up on Bayley for what she's not doing, or how she's not Becky or Bayley, or how, she's by herself because Sasha Banks isn't here. Use it. Like there's too much content built in there. And then on top of that, like, bro, can we get Scarlett wrestling? Like Scarlett can wrestle. She needs to wrestle. Just so that we can get Karrion Kross crazy ass into some shit.
I was gonna say that might have. I was gonna say that might have something to do with Kross's his contract situation, whatever. But this was going on long before his contract was about to run out. So like, what the fuck?
She's never wrestled, and she's done like multiple death matches on the indie scene. She's won multiple titles. Like she can wrestle. She can go. Mm-hmm. So like, use that. Use it. It was my same issue when they brought Zelina up initially, and they just didn't want her to wrestle, and they just wanted her to be a valet. And I'm like, no, let her wrestle. but you do it within the confines of you take the male feud, you build it with two females, which adds to a female feud, which means you can still build them and build the division at the same time. They can work in symbiosis because right now the middle of the card, the women's division and the tag division has been ass since Triple H took over, and it's
the
like
tag team worse. Like I haven't seen. I don't remember the last time I seen it this bad.
I mean, before Triple H took over NXT and started building tag teams.
This is bad.
It's, what's the worst part about the tag division right now is that there's no diversity in size. Like one of the bigger tag teams is the Street Profits. The Wyatt Six might have the biggest person in the tag division.
Like I mean, you more ratings too, though.
They're both out. I think one of them is out with like an injury or something.
Again?
I don't know. No. They just had that feud with the New Day.
I know. That the wife is Sarah Logan's retiring. She's walking away.
Yeah, because they just let her go too. So, but like she keep popping out babies. So like,
I mean that's where they are in their life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't argue with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think she said she was done wrestling in general, but she's going to do other things, which is fine. I get it. I mean, if that's what she wants to, she's going with more motherhood and then find something else. You know, you can't be upset. These people like literally put their lives on hold for their career.
Yeah,
and it's worse when it's women because it's like you're literally putting a stop to that moment and where you can have kids.
And it's like it's at least 2 years per child.
Oh yeah.
So like even now, like you look at Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is doing next to nothing right now. They're trying to like play around with putting her together with Charlotte, but it's like, why are we not having them with the Wyatt Six? If you're gonna put her in a tag team, put her in a tag team with Nikki. Why are we not doing the why are we not doing the stupid stuff? Like, why are we missing layups? They're out here trying to run like a post gain corner three, and I'm like, bro, just pass the ball and let Alexa cook. Like, one full flat, let Alexa cook. Put her with the Wyatt Six and let them cook.
They're trying to hit that deep three instead of just take the midi.
Yeah, like bro, just pull up from the free throw line, please. It's
you know why?
You just need a 2.
You know why? The exact same reason why EO, you're fucking one of your most over people on the roster, hasn't had like a fucking match since WrestleMania because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And I'm starting to wonder, like, who is it that's has their hand in that pot? Is it Nick Khan?
I don't know.
Is it somebody from TKO like Benny Sane? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like,
it's like the women's division in NXT is cooking. Like, that's why it doesn't make sense. Because I'm like, you have the talent to do it. Like, we know you do. Literally, the only other person that has organically got over, the only other person that has done anything in the women's division in like the last 3 years, it feels like, is Stephanie Vaquer. Like, and she's not doing anything. She's really hot and she can wrestle. And we're just like, great, that's all we need. Fantastic. We don't really need her to cut a promo. Like, we don't really need her to cut a promo.
Paul left as soon as you started talking about the Chilean.
Yo, the bloodline beats are crazy. But, like, don't get me wrong, Stephanie Vaquer is a personality and an aura amongst, like, of herself. But she's not actively doing anything to get over. She's not. She's playing to the crowd. She knows what people like. She knows that she has the look. She knows that people enjoy it. Booker T helped her get over, but now it's like taking on a life of its own. Like, she's she's taking the easy plays. She's just like, all right, like, if I don't got to do much, then I'm just gonna be me. And it's like, you don't have to do much to book that. You just have to book it and let it go. Everybody else, you kind of have to give them something. and it's just it makes no sense to me. I don't understand. And like that's my biggest pet peeve right now because it's like I check out from like the second fucking segment to like the main event. Unless something like catches my eye. Like I'm on my phone, I'm doing other things, I'm texting people, like it's background noise. And it's like, yo, there was a point where you had to tune into everything. And it's just like this especially 2025 has just been a bunch of missable episodes. Like I feel like this is the Friends filler episode season. Like I was just like I don't care, bro. Like okay, Julia won the US title. I don't care. Why? Because you're not going to have her defend the title outside of having her face Zelina or Chelsea Green for like 6 months. Like, bro, I don't care. If you're going to do an open challenge, if you're going to have a situation where like she's going to feud with Kairi Sane, like if you're going to do something that's remotely interesting, something that ties back to her time in Japan, like have Shinsuke Nakamura as a mentor, something to make me care outside of the fact that ooh, remember you guys like Julia, we put a title on her, cheer. And it's like it shouldn't be that hard, guys. Like it shouldn't be that hard.
You like how I left when you started talking about Stephanie Braccheri?
Exactly, I called it out, right?
And you love how I come back when you start talking about Julia.
Racism.
And I'm sitting up here, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm just like, this is one thing, and this is gonna come off because you guys have heard me talk about this shit before. This is gonna come off as me just hating on them specifically, but this is a lapse in logic when it comes to WWE. Can we not have every single woman who comes into contact with Nikki Bella sit up there and just fawn over how much she means to the women's division and how much she paved the road for the Io Sky was wrestling before her.
And Asuka before her.
That was I swear that was fucking insulting to sit there and watch that shit. And again, Nikki, I have the issue that I have with Nikki Bella is not that she did anything wrong. All right. The issue I have with Nikki Bella is twofold. It is one, they use her to try to erase AJ Lee. And in doing so, like the person that actually brought me back to watching wrestling, who was Paige or whatever, they sat up there and kind of sort of sacrificed her push in order to put Nikki Bella over. The other Nikki
Bella is the female version of John Cena. Like I don't understand. I don't know how to. That's why it's like I can never get with Nikki Bella, and I can never get the you paved the way, and it's like no, she buried bodies on the way to you guys pushing her.
That's and the other thing, and the other thing is this: it's like the overinflated like value, or I don't know if value is the correct word or whatever. Like them overinflating like her value to the current state of women's wrestling.
If anything, the only character that you can even equate her to would be Chelsea Green. Like she has nothing to do with the current crop of women. If anything, like you said, it's AJ Lee, it's Paige, it's Edge's wife, Beth Phoenix. It's I just had the name in my head too. It's you said Paige, AJ Lee, Beth Phoenix. It's Michelle McCool. Like it's Lita. Those women that don't get nearly enough credit. And again, Michelle McCool is going to be in the Hall of Fame, so we like she's getting.
She already is.
Yeah, like well, she's a newly crowned Hall of Famer, so yes, she got her due. But no one is doing it to the like. To use the phrase from the young people, since I am the delegate of the youngest person, even though to them I'm old as shit. Stop glazing Nikki Bella, please. Please stop glazing Nikki Bella. Like it is gross. Because, like, she ain't do that much. I'm sorry, she didn't. She was just the one that survived. And then you gave her a reality TV show.
Not just that, but she got most of her push became because of being with John.
Because of Laurinaitis.
No, John.
Yeah, and then John. So it's like, stop, bro. Like, stop. Like, people can't name me a classic Nikki Bella match. Sorry, you can't. Not to mention, if they were such pioneers, why didn't you introduce the women's tag titles when you had the Bella twins? That would have made way more sense than waiting for Sasha Banks and Bayley to beg you for it.
Yeah.
So, like, if you really wanted to make them innovators, you should have done it then. Like, don't try to convince us that lived through it that it's a thing now, because it's not. That's the reason why we still hold on to Trish so much, because if Nikki Bella was so great, we wouldn't be so still looking for Trish to come back and wrestle.
Yeah, and
give
the
me a
whole
break.
thing, the whole thing with like that they were gonna put an angle with her and Liv and Raquel. I was like, come on, why? Like this you have here, you're going back into that well when you have so much talent. You don't need to do that anymore.
No.
You don't need to.
See, like the thought process that I had with that was more so if we're talking one-on-one, Nikki and Liv, then with whatever they were actually building to for Evolution or whatever, I would have no issue with that. Right. But the fact that they would sit up here and they would bring Nikki in, and then not only bring Nikki in, but then bring Brie in after sitting up here being like, hey, yeah, let's let go of all these other people over here and everything like that. But we're going to bring these two in over here for these one-off appearances and stuff like that. It's to the
As
level.
if they could still wrestle.
It's to the level, not to the exact same, but it's to the level of the Goldberg thing.
Yeah.
Because
that was fucking malpractice. I'm sorry.
Because why in God's name would anyone who's actually, and granted, all right, fine, you got to cater sometimes to like the casual audience and stuff like that, so you can bring more eyes on the product. I get all of that or whatever, but up until Endgame, and then after that for like whatever, No Way Home or whatever, what the hell was the thing that made the MCU so damn like good? It was the fact that shit tied to the next thing. Everything had a meaning to it. There was a thing called continuity. So when it comes to us being, and not just continuity, stakes as well, there was not a lot of meaningless bullshit. So when it comes to like, oh man, we're about to have this title match, but the person that's in this title match, damn well this dude is 75 years old, can't walk, can't breathe without fucking, or can't get to the ring without having fucking like hyperventilating and shit or whatever. What the fuck, yo? Do you think that anybody in their right mind is going to believe that this dude, not that he can't win because of the fact that it's just like, all right, well, it's WWE, what they're going to write whatever the fuck they want to. But like, are we talking about having like a 4 or 5 month title reign? No. If he wins, he's dropping that shit right the fuck back. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the Bella Twins. Like
that's 100% a cash in. If he wins, we know it's a cash in.
Yeah. But even in that case, like I'm saying, this is some of the things that it makes you wonder. Like, all right, Gunther, and I know we're jumping all over the place, and we got shit to talk about with like Night of Champions or whatever. But we haven't seen each other in a while, so. But you end Jay's title reign, all right, to put the belt back on Gunther. That alone, to me, is bad enough that you did it when you did, because you literally just told me, okay, you know what? Don't even bother getting involved with anybody new that we build for WrestleMania or whatever, because, just because you got sick, loud motherfuckers on the internet who ain't never wrestled a day in their life talking about he can't wrestle or whatever, now all of a sudden, yeah, we got to end this title reign. Now, that's a problem with me in and of itself. But then you did it for fucking Goldberg? And I was talking to my cousin the other day, like he's he's in for it just because he wants to enjoy it or whatever and everything like that. And I'm just like, I get that or whatever, but like again, I'm over the Goldberg thing, right? This man sat up here and is not like it. The first of all, it's not 1998, 1999 anymore, right? He sat up here and came back here and killed Kevin Owens' run. He killed the Fiend's run. He killed Bret Hart's career. He almost killed The Undertaker, period. Like, how many times are we going to come back and do this? And it always amounts to nothing. It always amounts to absolutely nothing.
You preaching, Bret. You preaching. That's all I can say.
Goldberg didn't come in here and drop the title to the eventual tribal chief Roman Reigns. Now, the people that he did, like that title reign he had did lead to that or whatever, because like he beat the Fiend or whatever, and then he dropped the title to Braun Strowman, and then Braun dropped it to the Fiend, and then Roman came in and got that shit or whatever. But that's what 6-8 months down the line or whatever. The shit with Kevin Owens, what did it end up with? Brock Lesnar, another fucking Brock Lesnar reign where he's not around. Why do we keep doing this shit?
It's the dumbest shit ever, bro. It really is. It's for nostalgia, and the nostalgia purpose is stupid because I get it if the nostalgia purpose was if they retired maybe 3-4 years ago, but when the guys have retired over like longer than my son who's just turned 18, then there's no point, because then you have these issues where, like Goldberg, he literally almost causes a serious injury to Undertaker, and then you have also to look at where Goldberg can't have a match longer than 5 minutes. So what's the point? At that point,
so again, you ended a title reign that was built up from Saturday night's main event in December of 2024 all the way through the Royal Rumble as the Royal Rumble winner, won at WrestleMania. You ended that for a 5-minute match.
At that point, give me Brock Lesnar.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna bring somebody back, like, damn, like, man,
you know what I'm saying? Give me Brock Lesnar at that point.
Like, just call Brock, bro. Pay him his $20 million and call it a day.
As much as I hate him, give me Brock Lesnar. I take Brock over Goldberg. I'm sorry.
The fact that Goldberg didn't retire, he's like, this is my retirement match. All right, cool. Then tell Goldberg to bill it as belt versus career.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like, make me.
You want a championship match, then put your career on the line.
Yeah, it's like just do something.
And then what made it so much worse is when they did the interview segment on Monday or whatever. Michael Cole brings up like, oh man, this is a championship match, and you're saying this is definitely your retirement. What happens if you win it? Yeah, that's a good question. Shut the fuck up, Goldberg.
It's the dumbest thing.
It's my same issue with this whole John Cena retirement tour. Like it was my issue from the beginning. It's been my issue from the beginning.
Everything is counted. Like, oh, I'm gonna be here for like 3 days and 2 days, and like, you have 15 shows left for me to be here. Enjoy it while you can. It's like, no, man, don't do that. Like that ruins it, because it's like, like, oh, by this show he'll probably toss it up.
Again, there's a Saturday night main event like right around Christmas, the last one of the year, and I forgot where the fuck it's at. But it's in like some place that's extremely relevant to wrestling history. Like, he's losing it that night. Like, we're gonna get through Survivor Series, we're gonna get through War Games, we're gonna get through SummerSlam, and that's why I'm looking at it like, as much as people are like, well, they needed to bring Cody back. No, they didn't. I get why they brought him back for the King of the Ring tournament, because he's never been in the King of the Ring tournament, so I get that. But like, the fact that you had a chance at least to give us somebody new somewhat, and we're back to Cody and Randy, it's like, okay, I guess. Like, that's the least interesting feud.
That was the problem too. Is like when you have all faces in the finals. You know, like you have.
Yeah,
It makes no sense. When I saw
but
it,
that's also what happens when you have a heel champion.
yeah, but I'm saying like you still could have played it off because if you're playing with matches, you can say okay, we don't know who's going to win because we have all this going on. But once you say all faces are in the final for like the King of the Ring, then you know the champion is going to be a heel at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. But then it's like they missed the interesting part where, like, what if Sami Zayn won? Like, which championship would he go after? How much more interesting with this?
He has to go
feud?
after whichever show he's on.
But I'm saying, all right, so he goes after Gunther. That makes the Karrion Kross feud even more interesting because we know he can beat Gunther. Gunther knows he can beat him, and it's like, all right, cool, like. So I get, and then you have the idea of like, if he's starting to slowly turn heel, does he turn on Jay? Because Jay's like, well, I got next if you win the title. Like, you have more stuff there that's way more interesting than like, we're gonna do Randy versus Cena again.
Yeah.
After we do CM Punk versus Cena, after we just did Randy versus Cena. And it's like, I get it, we don't have Edge, so you kind of, somebody has to do double duty. But like, come on, man.
It makes no sense.
Honestly, would have been fucking awesome. But the way they had the shit set up, like there's no fucking way we could have got this shit. Is if your King of the Ring final ended up being Jay versus Sammy.
Right? Like that's way more interesting to me than Cody and Randy.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of how recent they were, literally one of the biggest stories in the last couple of years. And then you go with the whole thing of Cody can't get back. Like, Cody's running out of time.
Right.
But he can't get back. And it's like, we don't need him to get to the end and miss. We need him to miss on the way up.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make
Like
him too perfect where
they're trying to make him Super Cena.
You don't do that. That's
And again, I think they're trying to make you hate Cody so that when the Homelander Cody happens is justified. But it's like, no, the better play is to make you love him so that when he does go Homelander Cody, it hurts. And it hurts badly. And we don't have to wait 15 years the way we did with Cena after the moment for him to go full heel. And it's like, well, I'm a heel now. It's like, well, we don't care. Not for nothing. We don't care.
Yeah. All right, let's reel it back. Let's go to the card.
Have we really been talking for 40 minutes? Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's start off. All right, let's start off with the match that we've been waiting for this one person to get on. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. We've been waiting for Karrion Kross to finally get up on there. He's finally got something going on.
I don't see them having Sammy lose in Saudi. I want Kross to win, but I don't know if for the story it makes sense for him to win right now. I feel like he gets into Sammy's head more with the losses because it's like, even though you beat me, I'm still here. And he keeps nagging at Sammy. And the biggest thing is not about beating him, it's about Sammy winning the big one. So it's like, yeah, you can beat me all you want to, but you can't win the big one. So, like, you kind of need him, unless you're going to get him involved with Seth Rollins and that little crew to where Kross has a proximity to the title, it doesn't make sense for Kross to win. But that's just my take. I'm going to go with Sammy on that one.
You and I are on the same wavelength. And it's honestly for the exact same reason. I think the story serves Cross losing more so than anything else. And it sucks because of the fact that, like, I don't want creative to take it and be like, oh, well, he lost. So I guess we could sit up here and just be like, all right, fuck it. We're not going to go with this anymore. Or if, you get those fans or whatever that'll sit up there and they don't understand that the story serves, like, him losing would serve the story better or whatever. And they just go, oh, we're going to poo-poo this or whatever because of the fact that, like, our guy is now getting buried, even though he's not getting buried. And this is what the story is calling for.
This is what the story's been the whole time.
Right. And then creative will turn around and just be like, oh, well, I guess that's what they want. So we're just going to let him disappear again. No, absolutely not. That's the one thing I'm afraid of with that shit. But, like, again, Cross losing this match makes way more sense than him actually winning it.
You know what?
Because
sorry to cut you off, but it just made me think of it. If Cross loses, it's gonna make it so that Sammy, and probably not in Saudi, but it's gonna get to a point where he's gonna start getting booed because people love Cross so much. Sammy's gonna start getting booed, and I think
on the U.S. side, yeah. When it comes to Sammy, though, I don't know if you can, like, this is another dangerous part with the story that they're telling. I don't know if you can actually fully turn him heel or whatever, just because of the fact that the Royal Rumble is in Saudi, which leads my whole brain going to Sammy wins the Royal Rumble.
I don't know if it's gonna be a bad thing if Sammy gets booed. And it's one of those things where it's the John Cena effect, right? It's okay for you to be a face and some people to hate you. That's fine. You kind of want that. You want that duality a little bit. Because Sammy, outside of that one weird run where he was like that weird renegade, where he had, like, he was just the really annoying heel when he was the Intercontinental Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy's run has been damn near Ricky Steamboat-esque. And you kind of, I think Cross's whole point is, I know you're a bad guy. I know you use the bloodline to elevate. You had to use dirty tactics to become champion. So in order for you to succeed, you almost have to give into your dark side. And until you do, you won't succeed. So it's going to take Sammy being dirty and like messing up his image a little bit for him to win. And I think that's the whole point of this. Is if he's going to be world champion, realistically, like, who's to say, and it's never going to happen, but, like, imagine if out the fucking clear blue, this whole year, the whole story they've been telling is building Sammy to be the one to beat John. Makes zero sense right now, but in 6 months, around December, when everything's all said and done, where, like, Sammy's just like, you know what? I'm tired of people looking over me. I'm tired of people like you always trying to take opportunity from people like me, things that I've dreamed of my whole life, because we're all assuming that they'll never put the big one on Sammy. Like, they'll give him the world title, but they won't give him the big one. And that's what everybody's telling him. Like, you can't win the big one. Imagine Sammy's the one who wins the big one, because Sammy, to his credit, was the one who ended Gunther's reign.
To be fair as well, like, if I remember correctly, wasn't Cena Sammy's very first opponent on the main roster too?
I believe so, yes.
Where he threw his shoulder out?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I just thought of it, but it's like, this is why I think you need to still, because he's not dirty enough yet. And I think that's kind of John Cena's whole point in his own twisted way. And I guess that's the whole point that WWE is trying to make to people, is we can no longer have pure baby faces. In order for you to win this title, in order for you to be a top guy, and I think that's a message kind of throughout the roster, you have to get a little dirty. Mm-hmm. Because Cody, for all he's For all he's the white knight in shining armor, Cody's not clean in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, they want tweeners.
Yeah, they want tweeners, basically, because they want you to be able to flip-flop and work with whoever you want to. It's like positionless basketball now. They want positionless basketball. You lose something with that, but you gain a lot more.
I get it. It makes sense. And when you say it makes sense, but if we're talking storyline, it could get messy. It could get messy if you have a lot of the characters that are that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't. You both guys got Sammy winning this one. Something tells me that, like, I feel they might give it to Cross just for the reaction.
I feel like you do this every time. You always try to justify going the opposite way for shits and giggles. Like, if you're gonna just go the opposite way, stop trying to make an excuse for it. Just say you're gonna go the opposite way to be the
no. Because think about this. Sammy winning doesn't do anything to prove Cross's point. Cross winning, like, this is what happens because you're trying to be all this goody instead of doing what you need to do to win, which sometimes is going a little beyond.
I get it. Like I said, this is one of those matches where, like, either result works narratively, if that makes sense. Which is almost like, I'm happy Cross is on the card, but the match and the timing has no real consequence. Because I don't think it actually matter who wins and loses.
I don't think you're going to end up with a straight up, like, all right, well, we're having a match and then Sammy hits a haluva kick and, like, pins Cross in the middle of the ring without anything. I don't think we're going to get anything like that. I think what's going to end up happening is Cross ends up winning. Oh, not Cross winning. Sammy ends up winning, but Cross wins in the narrative standpoint because Sammy had to step into something that wasn't necessarily him. Maybe he had to grab the tights to win or something like that. Maybe, maybe there was a situation where, somebody removes a turnbuckle pad or some shit like that. And Sammy's the one that actually ends up using it. And then Cross, when Raw rolls around, it's just like, what did I tell you? You couldn't win without doing X, Y, and Z. Start pushing it more towards that right there. See, that I can see. Like I said, I don't think we're just gonna have a straight up, like, okay, I'm gonna hit you with my finisher and then the match is over. Because at that point, it's just like, all right, what did anything prove? Like,
yeah,
like, we can't just have a regular match. Like, this one has to be a little.
I just think it Sammy winning doesn't further the storyline in that part too much, but him losing because he didn't do it what he was supposed to kind of pushes that narrative a little further.
It's the Cody.
That part makes sense. Yeah, that part makes sense. I'm just Although I wouldn't, like I said, now that you've said that, I don't want them to do that because, like, it's rehashing the same damn story.
That's what they've been doing all year. Yo, I don't know if anybody else has caught it, but it's like they're recycling the fuck out of storylines. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, they just did. What was the Becky Lynch thing? The whole thing with Becky Lynch is the exact same thing they did with Naomi and Jade.
Yeah, it's the fucking pipe bomb. They literally did the pipe bomb last week, and then they did the John Cena Thugonomics joint this week.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, I'm not saying that as a negative because I actually enjoyed it, but, like, some of the storylines, it's like, we know what y'all doing. Stop playing in our face. Like, stop trying to make it look new. Yeah. It's not.
I think doing that for the younger ones to get them excited. Oh my God! Look what he did. He talked to Matt Cardona and Cesaro and who was the third one? Oh, Dolph Ziggler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, nickname Nemesis.
Yeah, I didn't say what he said. Like, look, he called out Nick. He called out Matt. He called out So. That's crazy. We've never seen that before. Have you not seen the pipe bomb? Have you not seen this before? You're too young.
To be fair, I didn't remember John Cena was in the ring during the pipe bomb. Honestly, I completely forgot.
But you know of the pipe bomb though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There's some people that don't know of the pipe bomb, or they've heard of it, but they don't. You know what I mean? So, continuing on, Street Fight: Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. This one
finally, this is honestly, and I hate to keep jumping over everybody, but fuck, I'm pissed about this. This is 2 years fucking too late. This is 2 years too late. Like, this is what I mean by like Triple H always does shit 2 years too late, and I'm like, thank you, but like,
come on,
it's too late.
I mean, the thing was Raquel was out with that like skin issue or like that she was having. That shit had her out for like almost a year and a half, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But this one, I like the way this one came about. I don't know where to go on this one, to be honest.
I think it's gonna be Raquel only because of the
Roxanne
street fight. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're redoing the Liv Dom what's her face storyline all over again. They're just doing this again. They're doing the Liv WrestleMania storyline again, but instead it's gonna be Roxanne.
Yeah.
Which is like, can we talk about how my man Dom is on an
pulling everybody
run right now? This man is on a Jordan level mid-90s run right now. Like, this man is 12 for 12 in the third quarter and is fucking cooking right now. Like, bro, this is stupid. This brother is hooping like I've never seen in my life in wrestling, bro. This brother is hooping. God damn, bro. Now, if they give him Stephanie, I'm just fucking like give him his Hall of Fame ring now. Not even Hall of Fame of wrestling, just Hall of Fame and getting bitches. Because this is crazy.
Man, he is Latino. He's son, man.
This man is doing his son, OG pop proud, I tell you. My goodness. Like, Eddie didn't have this. This is a generational run. Like, if Eddie was Bill Russell, like, Eddie feels like Larry and Magic at this point. This man is on a Jordan level run.
And then I saw he was, what's his name? He's like, he was gonna have a little speech about something. He couldn't even talk. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna have this conversation with Dom right now in this short little time." They had to cut it off because they wouldn't let him talk. I was like, "Yo," but somebody brought a good point. If he ever turns face again, if he ever turns face,
that shit's gonna happen.
Right, but I'm saying
I don't know how it's gonna. Here's the thing: I don't know how you can make his character face at this point.
Right,
like I don't see it.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but when and if they ever do it, oh
my gosh. The problem is he's gonna have to pull an Eddie and he's gonna have to put on like 15 pounds of muscle if you're gonna do that. Like,
I mean, he's still young, he could do it.
He's not as young as you think he is, bro. Like, he's 28 now.
Is he really?
He's 28 now, bro.
He was like, wait, crap, I forgot. He's been wrestling in the main roster now for like what, 4 years already?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You blink and these kids are old, and it's like, wait, whoa.
Yeah,
that happened very fast.
Yeah, but yeah, somebody said that like if he ever goes face again, that pop is going to be ridiculous.
Like I said, it's one of those where he's gonna have to get like, you're gonna have to do something along the lines of like Finn taking the IC title off of him, injuring him going away for a while, really getting in the gym, really dedicating to his body, kind of the way like Javon Evans and all those guys are doing right now. Like, really get him in the PC and like lock down his moveset and give him something that's not just a frog splash, but like you give him something like unique to him and special. And it's like, you do that, bro. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a world champion, but like,
he's main card. He'll be main card.
He would be at the top of the card at least. Like, he would finally be where Eddie was when he passed.
Yeah.
But yo, in terms of like the women, bruh, all-time generational run, bro. Like, all-time great right
It's
now.
ridiculous, bro. It was like what's it called? He goes from Rhea to Liv to Raquel.
Right. Yeah, not really Raquel. That was kind of like the big sis. Like that wasn't really Raquel. He went from
Not Raquel. I'm
Liv
sorry.
to
Roxanne.
Like,
Sorry,
woo.
Roxanne.
And tease the Stephanie Vaquer turn. I mean the what's her face? Tiffany Stratton turn. Almost had Tiffany. If Tiffany would have cashed in. Like, bro. At this point, just bring up Jada Parker and bring up Lash Legend.
Oh my God!
Let it be
the moment he sees Jada Parker.
What do you mean? The moment he's had the interactions with her on NXT roster already when he was North American champion.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I forgot he was North American champion.
Man, bro, the man is on a generational run right now, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But at this match, I think I'm gonna take Raquel.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I respect it. I didn't even pick her. I think I picked Raquel, honestly. I just realized I think I picked Raquel. Because it's like, it don't make sense for Rhea Ripley to win. Because then it's like, well, what else?
What was what was the point? I think you get more. Like Rhea is like she's kind of bulletproof, and the street fight thing actually does protect her because of the fact that Raquel has backup. But the whole thing with Raquel is we're trying to get Roxanne to have her little hands all over Judgment Day while Liv is gone with this injury and everything like that. That's how you're getting her in there. She sat up there and she helped her, with the beatdown on Monday and everything like that. And this is probably going to be the one thing the person who stands tall is the one that loses. That actually goes up against that rule because she did stand tall on Monday. But like I said, she helped her, and it's like now it's looking like Roxanne is starting to earn that respect and everything from them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. Like I said, that's what it's looking like, and I got a feeling like when Liv does come back, she's gonna be asked out, and then you're gonna get Liv face her.
I feel like I hope you get full on Harley Quinn Psycho Liv. Like I need Psycho Liv back.
I think if you're gonna get that, I think that's good. That's going to be her face turn. Is her sitting up here just spazzing the fuck out. She's not going to be, chicken shit heel Liv anymore.
Yeah. You have to. There's no way you can justify it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're on agreement, Raquel.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, which is interesting, Jacob Fatu defends against Solo Sikoa.
I think there is only one way that Solo wins this match, and that is if you debut Hikuleo.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is it. I am 1,000% going Jacob Fatu because you have already not only set him up as a killer, but you've been sitting up here setting up him versus Damian Priest for the longest. All right, pay that shit off. Don't sit up there and drop that. Let's fucking go.
So, yes, but I don't think Saudi Arabia is the stage to drop the title. I think you got to do it at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
To make your SummerSlam really feel like SummerSlam, but also if he's teasing him versus Damian Priest, then it's like him versus Damian Priest and by proximity Aleister Black. But then they're also teasing him versus Jimmy, and by proximity, what's his face? R-Truth. You know what I'm saying? So I think the matchup might be Jimmy versus Jacob at SummerSlam, so that let Jimmy get his singles run.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I say Jimmy gets his singles run because they already have Jay with one more tag title reign than Jimmy has.
Mm-hmm.
Because of his thing with Cody. Which I think is real messed up because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to figure out a way to even that one out because that's messed up. They shouldn't have done that because they can't go into the Hall of Fame with Jay up one.
Yeah,
Crazy.
especially considering that title ring lasted about 33 and a half seconds.
It felt like it, right?
Like, what the fuck?
It felt like it, and then it's like, what defense did he have?
Nothing. Exactly. They lost the titles like right back to these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
They did, so it was like, why? What was the point?
What was the point?
And it's just like, I didn't even remember that Cody at that point was a 7-time tag team champion. So like that was his 8th title reign.
Yeah. I got Jacob defending. I don't think Hikuleo was making the
debut.
Debut. I don't know where they're going with this storyline with Solo now. I'm so far gone.
Triple threat, bro. Here's the thing: if you're gonna have that kind of debut, right? You have to do it in a way where Solo can't be penalized for Hikuleo debuting. The best way to do that is in a triple threat match where there is no disqualification. So, and then you have Jimmy take the pin.
Because I heard that they're gonna have Roman debut with a new faction of his own, with a whole complete different name, and he might get rid of the whole tribal chief thing away as well too.
Oh my god!
I'm hearing he's not coming back as a tribal chief. He's doing something else.
Yeah, which makes no sense because that literally put him over in an essence where like we haven't seen in a while. Like it was.
Yeah, but I understand it because you can't be a tribal chief without your tribe. And if you keep sticking with the whole tribe thing, that means you're limited in the wrestlers that can be in a faction with him. Because it can only be one tribal people, 2 family. Now, get me wrong, their family is massive and you can just keep recycling the same thing, but at some point that's going to get stale.
Roman going to be the new leader of the Nation of Domination.
Oh my gosh. So we're all in agreement, Jacob.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. The first King of the first one, King of the Ring tournament for the men. All right. Randy and Cody.
Since it's SummerSlam, I got Cody.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You gotta go with, and we've already seen Randy this year.
Yeah. Although like it was Randy and it was Randy and Cena. Why the hell was I thinking Randy and Gunther? Like
because that was the final.
That was last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Cody. Unfortunately, again, I still think he goes SummerSlam. He loses again, and they think it's the last time he'll get it, and then he'll do something around Survivor Series to get himself a title shot, and it'll happen at Saturday Night Main Event.
Agreed.
Like how we know, we know. Like that's the thing. Yeah. We've been doing this too long.
I don't see why they would give it to Randy again. Like we had that whole build up, and we saw how that happened. I think it's Cody.
Yeah, didn't they build that shit up as like, oh man, this is gonna be the last time the 2 of them face off again?
The last time ever. That's also too like they gonna do CM Punk grimy, bro. Like Cena's really gonna retire up 1 on CM Punk. That's some hoe tip, bro. Sorry, that's some hoe tip.
Unless it ends in
it's a
DQ
draw
or DQ, just kind of
like. That's what I'm like. Y'all gotta end it in DQ, bro. Like you can't. And I think they have like 2 draws. Like you gotta end it in a draw at this point, because it's like if you're not gonna let CM Punk get his get back, and you're almost punishing him for leaving the company, then like, why bring him back? Like don't hoe us on this one, bro. That's all I'm saying.
They will, you know this.
Yeah, I know they gonna hoe us. I hate it. I know they gonna hoe us though.
All right, the women's Jade Cargill versus Asuka.
God, this is so tough.
Because it works.
This is so tough because it works so many different ways.
I think I'll say this: it's too soon for Jade, so I think they'll give it to Asuka because they're gonna build Jade to earn it more than to just get it via this way.
Here's why I disagree with that. It's not that it's too early for her. I agree with that statement, but I don't think that's it. The benefactor that is in play is Jade can get the match. The match is never going to finish because Naomi's going to cash in. And that furthers that feud. The whole thing around Naomi is to further the feud with Jade, elevating Jade, and eventually giving us Jade versus Bianca with more stakes. So that's how I'm looking at it. It's like, how do we get there? Because if you get Asuka versus Io, that's fine, but Naomi's going to cash in. If you get Jade versus, Tiffany Stratton, that's cool. Naomi's still going to cash in. You get what I'm saying? Like, either way, I know it's ending that way.
Yeah, but are we calling it a successful cash in or a failed cash in?
No,
definitely successful.
It's successful.
I don't think you can have Naomi not cash in.
They have a 100% hit rate right now. And you can't have your first black winner be the first failure. Can't do that.
My thing
He's already being accused of racism. Can't do that.
See, here's the other thing too, is I heard that Naomi says this is probably her final run, if not the second to last one.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's gonna step away soon. So I could see.
Yeah, she's gonna try to go and have some babies.
Probably.
Shit, considering the way her and Jimmy be talking to each other on fucking Twitter and shit.
She like 36, bro. You shit her get off the pot. Like, that's where we at now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I could see them give it to her. I just, for her sake, I hope they don't do her dirty and just like give her like a 3-month run that was shitty.
It's not gonna be a long run, bro. It's because it's not about the run. All of this is to elevate Jade.
No. I'm just saying. I just don't want her to have a shitty title reign.
They gonna hold her, bro. You want to know why they gonna hold her? Because realize who has not been on TV. I know you've been going, but I can tell you, Bianca has not been on TV.
No, I think
Bianca's
she's hurt.
Been recovering from.
Her fingers hurt. But
and again, what we're leading to is Bianca and Jade.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna hold Naomi, bro. Because Bianca's gonna come back and be like, this tag team joint was cool, but like, I gotta give me the ball. I need my ball back. Like, come on now. Like, if we talking like basketball analogies, like, Bianca's KD. Give me my rock. I need my rock. Like, give me the ball.
Don't do that to her. Don't do that to her. I hate that motherfucker.
I get it, but it's like, bro, if you look at the women right now, truth be told, and you hate it, Becky Lynch is Braun. Real smoke. Becky Lynch is Braun. Because you never know when he gonna pop out of nowhere. Because the 2020 championship ain't make no goddamn sense. I get it was in the bubble, but like...
It made sense because Anthony Davis didn't have the opportunity to get hurt. That's what it was.
Hell, your man Braun was like 35 at the time, whatever. And it's like, bro, this don't make sense. With Becky Lynch, it's at the point where it's like, bro, what else do you need? Like, stop taking everything. What else do you need? Like, what are we doing with you, bro? But I get it because I love it because it is also like, give her the IC title because like it didn't exist, so just give her another accolade. Same thing with Braun. Like, you ain't need to break the scoring record. You ain't need to break 40K, but he gonna do it anyway. You're probably gonna get to like 45, 46.
I mean,
and it's just going to
if anything.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with Becky. It's like, it's just that Becky's been here.
I think
Sasha was gone. Bailey was hurt. Charlotte's hurt. Becky just been here. Like, she had a baby, came back record time. Becky just here, bro. That's why she getting everything. She just here. Like Becky's on her Braun flow, but when everybody was like, okay, so outside of Braun, who else we getting? Bianca gets called up, Rhea gets called up. I mean, Rhea right now is just Jokic. Like she's dominating everything, bro. Like she's just over there doing her thing. We know.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea's gonna give you a triple double every time she come out. We know. Cool, we know. Give it to Bianca at the top of the key. Everybody clear out 1-on-1. Go do work, B. We know what she doing when she come back. She gonna have a couple of classic 5-star matches. She gonna make us fall in love with her again. She's gonna go on a generational fucking run. She's gonna topple Naomi, and who the fuck is gonna be there? Jade. And Bianca's gonna be like, yeah, nah, I'm not sharing this with you no more, bro. Like, if we gotta do this, if we gotta get active, then we gotta get active. Okay, and who is Jade right now? Anthony Edwards.
I'm almost half tempted to say I want that to go the other way around, where it is I want Jade to win the title, and I'm gonna put it like this: I want Jade to win the title off of Tiffany. I want Naomi to cash in, pull that shit off of her. You have Jade chase for a minute, that builds her up, that gets her to the point where she can like win that shit, and she'll be the champion and everything like that. Of course, I have my Royal Rumble agenda because I'm tired of my girl being a fucking bridesmaid. Give Liv Morgan her goddamn win, so Bianca can't win that shit. Put her in the fucking elimination. The Royal Rumble? No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. Liv?
No, she doesn't. Liv does not have a Royal Rumble win.
Yeah, she's always
always runner up.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
So
like,
you can't have her win then, bro. Like you can't have that going on. You can't have her win.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the only way that works is if Roxanne wins the title. It's the only way.
I think. I on that end, I don't care who's the champion or whatever. I just want her to get her due going in. But what I'm getting at with the Jade thing is like I want her to go in to Mania as champion, and you start to get like a tweaking Bianca as her, not even as an op, but as her opponent.
So you do Rhea versus Charlotte.
I would put Rhea in the fucking match.
No, I'm not doing that. Okay, what we not fitting to do is have Rhea and Bianca always in triple threat matches, and they not.
I know because you got to do a 1v1. But what I would do is like have them go. I know that I haven't like really thought this shit out just yet, but they need to have a 1-on-1 and have that 1-on-1 be on the way to WrestleMania or after she beats Jade. If she beats Jade,
that needs to be the final of Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And just let them give them 15 minutes specifically. Like, I don't give a fuck about the rest of the match. Do what you gotta do with the rest. Give them 15 minutes. And we just go and tell them to burn the bitch down.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going over, figure that shit out.
Yep. I agree with that. But like I said, to me, what's more interesting, and this is nothing against Asuka, but like story wise, I could legitimately just be like, yo, Asuka, Io, you guys were former Damage Control members, go fight. And that's all I need from the two of them. Right? I don't need Asuka.
Bring in the New Japan stuff. Like you can bring in the New Japan stuff if you want to.
Hell, you could bring in them beefing from way back in the day when Asuka was, I think it was Io's mother or whatever. That they were like tag partners or they were beefing or some shit back in like sister. Her sister. Okay. But like I said, I can deal with them just being like, all right, I don't need Asuka winning the Queen of the Ring for that. It's a hell of an accolade, and like, yeah, she definitely deserves it. But like for storyline wise, I'm more geared towards put Jade in that position right there. Have her win that title. Have Naomi fuck her over on like almost the biggest stage that she's been on, or whatever. Because she's been at WrestleMania, obviously. But have her ruin her moment by cashing in as soon as she fucking wins.
Like a Drew McIntyre.
As soon as she's getting her.
No. Not even a Drew McIntyre. because Drew had a moment to breathe and rub it.
Yeah, Drew had a moment. Drew fucked himself over.
Like you,
but I'm talking like
the barricade had been home by the time somebody cashed in on you, my boy. I'm talking about soon as 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Naomi music.
She's winning, and like she gets that win and everything. It make it to the point where Tiffany like she gives her dad her due and everything. She's a good babyface champion. She raises her hand. She leaves the ring, gives her a ring. Jade is in there, raises the title, doesn't even get it all the way up. Briefcase to the back of the head. That's where I'm at with it. And then have Jade chase or whatever. And in the midst of that, like Bianca could come back. The two of them are like, look, like Bianca, maybe she's sitting up there and she's trying to be like, hey, listen, I don't know what the hell's going on with this chick. Let me fucking, talk to each other.
I think they got smoke in real life because I don't actually know what the fuck. Like once she got hurt, they were going back at each other on Twitter, and it's just always been like this weird kind of like, bitch, say something type energy with them, and it's like y'all was just cool out here talking about Black Power, blah 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 blah, and now all of a sudden like, bitch, if you want to move, man, froggy, like
you can't there can't be two alphas, man. Like yeah, I'm about to say wait till like you said, wait till Last Legend get up on the fucking main roster. You got 3 of these motherfuckers running around.
I just can't figure. I'm still upset. I'm still wondering what the hell happened to Jackson.
Oh, yeah, bro. I don't know. I have no clue. That one made no sense to me.
That like when they did the cuts, I was like Jackson got cut. I was like, the fuck? How? Like what? Why? Like why?
I think it has to do with her getting hurt. She got hurt, and then Lash went on like a little run, and then we were like, oh well, we were waiting, but then like Lash kind of got over, went to the main roster, did the thing with Otis, that whole thing happened, and then she came back, and they just never went back to Metaphor.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate the whole like, oh well, this person got hurt thing, and I'm not saying that's like that's you. I'm just talking about them having that mindset. Oh, this person got hurt, so now we got to either kill whatever push that they were planning to have, or like, all right, you know what, they're a liability now, so we can let them go. It's just like, oh fuck that, man.
Here's a problem.
Same shit happened with Finn or whatever. As soon as this motherfucker wins the championship and fucking Rollins hurt this motherfucker like he did the Sting too, or whatever. Then all of a sudden, this motherfucker like he has like 1 Intercontinental Championship reign since then,
and a bunch of tag reigns, bro.
Like, bro, come on, man.
And an NXT title.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. So we're split on this one. I got Asuka, you got Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way. This is probably this year the hardest match I've had to call.
This is 100% 50-50 booking. Like
it is. I know I heard that they're gonna push Jade soon. They're gonna start pushing her. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is the win for her. I think after this when they're gonna start pushing her when she has to get over past Naomi, because it doesn't make any sense. It's just awkward to me. You're gonna push her, then to lose to Naomi on the cash in. Like, yeah, I don't know. So I'm going with Asuka. All right, last match: John Cena and CM Punk.
Cena
can't lose on a regular night in Saudi Arabia. That doesn't make any sense. And then it kind of kills the whole. It makes no sense. Like it makes the heel turn make no sense. I'm going to ruin wrestling, and I'm going to leave here without the title. Okay, no, never mind. I lost it in June.
I think this is where Ron Killings comes out again, and he causes a DQ.
I don't hate that. Honestly, I don't hate that idea because he kind of can this year be the bridge between the mid card and the main event card. So I don't hate that. I don't hate that concept at all.
Yeah, I'm watching what's happening here. It's like he doesn't know what to do, and now he's interfering. He interfered in Aleister Black's match, so I can.
Oh, so you like watching last week?
Yeah, I'm like trying to catch up little by little.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him interfering on this one.
That would make some sense.
Yeah. Thus leaving their record intact. Probably like at 6 up.
Yep, it's 6-all right now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yo, you can't have this one. You can't have this one be a definitive win.
No, you can't.
It's messed up.
I think that works.
Unless Punk himself is like, give him the win.
But I don't know, because the way Punk is with Cena, I don't know if he'll do that like so easily without like contribution where he gets a win back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he gets a win back, it has to be like without a title.
But that's the thing. They're 6 for 6, not in like one-on-one matchups. It's in title matches.
Oh, title matches. Oh.
Yeah. At least I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Benny?
Cena. It's gonna be it's Cena or draw. I don't think you're gonna get like a any kind of a CM Punk actual win. Mm-hmm. I think worst case scenario in this shit is, and I don't know how you pull this off with the two of them having the finishers that they do, but like I'm sure y'all have seen the way like you get the finisher over, they'll hit a move and like both guys' hands will be on top of the other dude while they're like they got their shoulders down or some shit, and you end up with a double pin type scenario or something like that.
Oh no,
that would get on my fucking nerves. But I can honestly see it just because of it's who they are, and they don't want to beat either one of them. But
so what do you have? Co-champions?
No. What they get, the draw would go to Cena, but that's why I'm just like, you can't take the belt off of him right now. Like,
no.
The only way I actually see them taking the belt off of him is with a cash in, and like people would fucking hate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're just like, oh well, this is
who the fuck has the men?
Seth. Seth has it.
Yeah. Like I don't even, like.
It would feed in. It would feed into his story where he's just like, well, I have to be the leader. I have to do this, that, and the other. That's fine, or whatever. It's just like,
wrestling.
Yeah. But like, right this second with this
like
shit right here, like I could nah.
Right now,
I don't see it though. Like Seth cashing in right now.
Who killed Paul?
Seth, apparently. Crazy. Oh, okay, well, I'm back.
Paul, what the fuck happened?
I don't know.
I was about to say Braun Breaker in Paul's house when he was talking shit.
Man said, I heard you was talking shit. What's good?
Fucking Paul trying to make his point. Next thing you know, you see a fucking tan dog running his way.
Like this.
You hear the Tom and Jerry laugh in the back though.
Yeah, I don't see it making sense for him to cash in so early. I see Seth cash in be the same way like it was the last time he had it. The same exact way, like a methodical, like cash in, where like it's gonna happen, but like how is it gonna happen?
Mm.
And I don't think it's gonna be on Cena. I think it's gonna be somebody else. And then they got Paul Heyman as the Oracle. That makes no sense.
Listen, I don't know what Paul Heyman's doing. Paul Heyman's freestyling right now. I don't question Paul Heyman anymore.
He is though. But my the Oracle, Paul Heyman is not the first name that pops into mind. It's Batgirl. So like, what the?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So. Yep. What are you guys predicting? Any surprises for the show?
If not Hakaleo, I don't really see one.
No, not really. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. There's like really not, honestly, as much stuff is on this card, to me, there's not really anything on this card.
Yeah, like it's a lot of nothing.
Like I'm not like no disrespect to anybody that's on there. It's just like honestly the only thing, and I know Cody Randy is gonna be a damn good fucking match because like it's fucking Cody and Randy. But like literally the only match that I'm like really interested in is Jade versus Asuka.
Yeah.
Everything else, I'm like, whatever. Like,
you can wait, or I'll just watch the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe even on at 1:00. That's crazy.
Even Rhea Raquel, I'm sitting up here and I'm just like, I could watch this on Raw. Like, I don't need to see this on a fucking pay-per-view right now. Like, I'm not saying they don't deserve the spot. It's just I don't like what the fuck.
Hold on, chill out. What I will say though is adding a street fight is a nice touch. I just wish we went back to the OG street fights where we used something besides kendo sticks and chairs.
I would say give me more than this person got pulled out of the ring in her Queen of the Ring qualifier. This person got pulled out of the ring in her Queen of the Ring qualifier. And then Finn Balor having to be the one to say, hey, go get your fucking get back.
Yeah, like
instead of her just doing it. Like,
yeah, I don't know how that one worked.
No.
That's why to me that's just it's a Raw feud. It's not a fucking pay-per-view feud yet.
Yeah, no, it's not. What I loved about I will give Rhea Ripley credit though, even though she don't really need any more credit. That the way they set up the match where she just walked into the office.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was it's like, Pierce, you want to fight Raquel? Yep.
It's already done. It's already official.
Literally, it's like, Pierce, it's already done.
Yeah, he just knew what the fuck was up.
It's just like the fact that they got these. Like the one thing about the GMs though, like they got these men so stressed out. Adam Pearce had to take an extensive 1 month break to deal with his fucking blood pressure, to deal with these crazy ass people. It's like he has simultaneously the best and the worst job I've ever seen. It's like, bro, I would have to smoke so much weed and drink so much liquor trying to deal with these crazy motherfuckers. I could not, bro. Like, I could not. And to try to keep myself from slapping somebody is like, bro, I couldn't do it. Like, I'm having a 2-second conversation and fights is just breaking out in 3 different parts of the hallway. Like, can y'all just go to your damn room? Just go to your room, please.
Seriously.
Like, somebody get this one a snack. You go to your room. You go home. You don't even go here. Go home. Like,
here, have some gummies.
Like, it is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I be watching the show wanting to drink for them, so like this should be stressing me out.
Oh shit. Oh, those are closing remarks and thoughts for the show, predictions as well. And we before everything, we had a little rants we were going on.
Yeah, we do that sometimes.
Yeah, this time we just did it in the beginning.
Kind of the brand thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun, gentlemen. Good seeing you guys again.
Yeah,
Till next
man.
time.
Y'all take it easy.
You too. Later, guys.